Hey guys, what's going on? We're going to be hopping into a VOD review right away. I just wanted to say that I hope that you guys learn some things and hopefully you take some value from this and implement it into your game so that way you can get better as a player, as I am too. Anyway, without further ado, let's hop right into it. All right, boys and girls, we're going to be hopping right into this review. We're just going to see what's going on. So this game, I picked Sage. Now, I picked Sage recently just because I've been liking the way that it feels to be kind of like a support clutch character, kind of. I also like that I can heal and whatnot. The wall is alright. I mean, it's pretty good whenever it comes to being on defense side, but I just like being able to heal. Also, I play, weirdly enough, I play better whenever I have her. Alright, so we are on the map Ascent. Of course, it's an unrated game. There's no competitive yet, and I don't have a team yet for customs. I wanted to go A here. Normally, I'm more comfortable with going A than I am B, because A just seems easier to take. I get the classic. I didn't buy my abilities here, which is a questionable decision considering I am a Sage, but I guess I saved Eco. It was an accident. It was not on purpose, so that would be one mistake. I forgot to buy my abilities inside the beginning round. So the Sova is currently holding Spike, going in for the orb there. I'm pushing up pretty aggressively here. I'm playing a little bit more calm as my teammates come up, but we do know that there's kids up there. I try and wallbang that, but of course the classic isn't very good at wallbanging. Pop the knife, go over, close the door. Smart decision on that part, trying to close off more angles. If I had a wall, I could have walled off heaven, maybe our spawn side instead of a flank. But the Cypher was good with his traps, and he set them up. So there's nothing to worry about up top there. Over in the doorway, I took a couple shots. The Cypher went down. So the Omen is currently in a tight situation. This smoke is about to go out. I'm standing behind here waiting for an opportunity. I right-click there. Close proximity is a good decision. There's two more kids here. I healed up. I know that the Sage healed. I moved. I'm bobbing and weaving on this. They're off to the left, so I go to the right, assuming. I go in for some flicks. It was a little bit risky, but I did get the clutch, which is all good. I ended up grabbing the ghost there. All right, moving on next round. Over here, I'm peeking a very big angle. Like, there's a lot of space in between that. They could have tried to buy something. There's some kids over there. I go in. I'm not watching my right side, but it is smoked off, so I'm safe for the most part. Going in there. Getting flash. I'm over here. I'm running over there. Should have popped my knife when doing that. But regardless, good round. Moving in here, we have the eye, so I'm moving up. I'm not getting too aggressive. I know the guy to my right has a shotgun. He did get taken out. We're pushing up as a full squad. I'm going in for a wall on the spawn side. Good play there. The door's being shut. We're moving in here. We're getting off the plant. Phenomenal. So I know that there's a Cypher trap on our flank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for them to get hit by that if there's anyone on the flank and get a free kill. So there they are getting stuck. I peek out, do a little swing action, and I get that. So the trap is no longer there. I could slow orb, but instead I'm saving my eco. I see that he died. ADS down sight for a farther distance with a Spectre. Good idea. Alright, so here I am. I'm waiting for a flank kid on A. My team has pushed B. They aren't doing it very successfully. But I hear a kid to my right. And there she is. Some trigger discipline right there. But by the time that I get the kid on the A flank for the free pick, they have all died on B. So right now I'm peeking out into, again, a long angle with not exactly a long range gun. And there I just got one ding with a Vandal from a kid who swung. So unfortunate, but I could have played that safer and gone through my spawn. Here I am again waiting for someone on the A flank. I have Spike this time, which is a little bit different, alongside with ult. So I can pull off a res. But here I am. I'm just waiting for the flank. If they are to come. There are currently 3 kids on mid. But I'm still waiting. I'm not sure what I want to do here. Moving out. Playing a little bit too passive. I should be a little bit more aggressive. I'm going in here for a res. This kid is an Odin. I see the kids. I see shooting over here. There's 1 kill. I'm on 20 bullets. We go straight for the plant. Smart decision considering we know that the jet was over there. Saw them in the mini-map. At least we saw multiple kids. So based off basic intuition. This time I do have the wall, so I do wall off our flank because they were at mid, so they could have came from there. I'm going for a spike plant. It's questionable on the position. I could have placed it better so I could watch it from underneath heaven. But I go for a slow orb. Good play. Only one spot that they can really come through. So here I am. I'm waiting underneath heaven, which is a smart idea at least. in the sense that I'm protected, although I do not have a good sight on bomb. So they have killed the Odin, but the Jet has popped ult. So I'm holding a really close angle. They could see me first. She came and just one-dayed me. I should have swung there, like I said in the recording. I should have swung, and I should have tried to go for something instead of just waiting there, because she potentially could have seen the barrel of my gun, which would also give me away. So I could have placed bomb better there. I could have also swung on that angle. That would have been a better, smarter play. And overall, it wouldn't have been such a tight, uncomfortable, like one dink-esque angle that I would have to pull. All right, so here I am. I actually am peeking a very bad angle. What is it? Let's see. What are we doing? Let's go back 10. So here I personally prefer the Phantom. And what I'm doing here is I'm peeking a very long angle. As you can see, it's 45 meters, which means that my head dinks aren't going to be the same alongside with my normal damage. And since my normal damage isn't going to be the same, peeking this angle was a bad idea, especially with the gun that I have. If I had a Vandal, it would be different. But since I have a Phantom, it's a bad idea. It'll just innately put me at a disadvantage because of the range distance. And I might be able to shoot faster, but obviously you're tap firing. So it's just not a good idea to peek this angle, because the moment I did, you can see I died to a Vandal up here. Now, I did do 62 damage. Again, I had that fire rate, right? 62, 2 to the body, and you only got one shot off. But that one shot is a 156. So that'll innately beat me. So here we have a 2v5. We have some trigger discipline, I believe. Yeah, this Sage is absolutely blind. He got the 2k. And then at the 3k, doing pretty well. And then he gets flashed and dies. So, that's a good try on his part. All right, next round, here we have, we're going 3-3 now, so they've evened up the score. We have this Sage, which is me. They walled off. They walled off the opposing Sage, just walled it off. It was a bad wall. There's a little bit of a gap, but I am spraying into there because there were shots from it, I believe. Or at least I thought that I saw in the moment. Again, I'm having a questionable or a smart plant. You can hold it from underneath heaven. You can hold it from spawn side. You can hold it from a lot of different angles. I try to go for a wall, and I do get the wall off, but I didn't realize that Jet would swing. So I could have done that more safe. I could have done it faster. I could have asked for a smoke. I could have done this overall a little bit more intelligently. We did win that round. So, again, I have a Phantom. I have Spike, so I'm waiting for someone that might come from our flank from mid. Now I'm checking out on our spawn flank, just watching. I'm not really doing anything. I'm waiting for my team to do some stuff because Spike Carrier and Sage and whatnot. There is someone. So at this point, I would like to mark out that all of us have taken low ground. Our person on high ground has died. So at this point, we have one kid over in A and all three of us down in the lower part exposed to multiple angles. Behind us, to our right in front of us, over here, and obviously there's the opening that's up to the left. You can see over here. So we have here, here, and here, and even back here if someone were to sneak around our spawn side. So there we have, again, we're in a bad angle, pinched up. It was just a dumb idea to look down. Lorena, of course, has her eye. It's pretty broken. The Jet has popped ult again. It's on the high ground. A Jet with an ult high ground. They're all starting to peek the angles. We're just getting absolutely pinned. And as you can see, everyone who's down there, we've all died. And now we have Flat Fawn, which is just like me, waiting for the A flank, is now the only one alive. So he does hold. I believe that Brim was glitched to an extent, but he did get the kill there. He's moving in. Not exactly the best. Not the best recoil control there. So here we are, doing a little bit of a Mimi play, but at the same time kind of waiting for that flank and that late plant on B. So I'm currently holding a classic. I'm very, very open to saving. I love saving. It's one of my favorite things. I like doing full buys all the time, and I do not mind the classic, just because most of the time a teammate will die, maybe an enemy will, and I get a free gun, and I can use that for the round. So there was someone who died on mid. We're both holding this angle. Holding with a classic isn't the smartest thing, especially being the aggressive peeker. Although we do see someone over there, so we're going in. She has a Vandal. I go for a res here, which is not a bad idea. turns that 3v2 into a 4v2, which makes it much more difficult for both of them. I go for a plant. I shut the door. Or I go for a wall, and I shut the door, and I go for a plant. And now we have the Phoenix going in for a kill or pick with his ult. I can hear someone on the ice. That was most likely my teammate. But I did peek for a couple of shots. So here I see that there's a kid's on a flank. I give a comm for that. That Sage also does give a res to the jet that was killed earlier. Someone from our spawn side. But I'm just holding this angle because I know that there are multiple kids there. So this Cypher backs off. Probably going to go try and hold the bomb. Throws a smoke up. I just try and predict. And I get the headshot. So, a lot of luck there. Really, really good round for the most part. With positioning and ability use. Alright. So we have the entire team going A, except one that's lurking on mid right now. They do see one kid, I believe. But I got absolutely destroyed from the kid up on heaven. I was going to go for the closed door. I should have watched the more aggressive, or should have watched my angles a little bit better. All right, so into the next round, going 6 and 4 now. The Jet tried to peek for an ult use. It was questionable. I see a smoke. I try and spray into it, see if anyone's holding it from very close off to the right side. I shoot a little bit on towards heaven side of this map, to the upper lip at least. I take a couple more shots. Maybe there's someone on the Saban side, and there are. I'm shooting towards the middle, not towards the edges there. So now it's just a 2v4 or 2v5, and I got they blinded. I got the free kill, and then they came in for another peek, and they swung. I believe it was mid reload. Was I?
Oh, that was so helpful.
No, I don't believe it was mid reload. I just what did I do wrong there?
Oh, that was so helpful.
Right here, the reason I died here is because of my crosshair placement. You see my crosshair is aiming at their feet? That's not good. You guys would know that. So right now, when this is his head and this is my crosshair. Now I have to do this. This going upwards and upwards right motion is a lot more difficult than I would say just click versus click. 1, this is more distance, and 2, this is easier. But luckily he was blinded, but then my crosshair, as you can see, it goes right back to the same position. It's right back at your feet. And then, if you can see right here, if we do a little frame by frame, right here my crosshair are at her feet, and then by the time that I try and get to her, her crosshair's already on my head. So I die, and at that point she does crouch, which also throws off my aim even more, which I think I've overshot it at that point because of the crouch. Yes, my crosshair was way above. Anyway, crosshair placement was a bad thing there. It's very important that you need to consciously just be thinking about. Okay. So here again, we're pushing A. We got everyone going A. And again, we have another lurker that is on mid. I was trying to get that orb to get res, but the Sova took it. Alright. So we're going to be pushing into site here. We got the camera. I'm watching a little bit more eyes on heaven. I got my crosshair in questionable positions. I go for a wall on our spawn side and a slow orb up top to try and delay pushes. There was an ult. I pop my knife. I try and get out straight away. Luckily, I got out. I go to heal the Sova. Took a lot of damage there. And in that process of me holding or healing, I healed him. And my crosshair is at a good level. And I was at him, but I was trying to get away. And unfortunately, I don't know if we play this full speed. It looks like I glitched back almost. It doesn't show that on game. When I was playing last night, it felt like I glitched back, but I guess I just got caught by a lucky wall bang. Yeah, it does say, wait. It says that I was shot normally, but I'm probably just peeking out just a little bit too much. It's unfortunate.
Just plant, just plant.
Alright, so going into the next round here,
Yeah,
we have a 4v5 right now. We are on defense now at this point. I was holding A. Cypher's left his cam. We're going to be pushing into B because we know that that is the target site. We see 5 people or 4 people inside the cubby on B, the little bit there. And then we have a Reyna on mid. So I'm just trying to pop some shots. I tried to do a jump through there. I'm going around here, shift walking. No, I'm recording and you're fucking up my video. Please stop. So I go around here. So I try and go through or jump through there to hopefully catch someone off guard. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and rotate around back. I hear some footsteps. I see some right clicks. I right click again. I do a lot of right clicks there, which is really, really smart, especially with the distance that we're at. So, like, shooting one bullet at a time like she is doing right now is not as smart as right clicking. So I am right clicking. I'm hitting my shots, which is nice. It's a lot easier too, considering you have the spread of multiple bullets. So I just got the spike carrier, which will obviously buy us time. I try and place a wall, and I get shot. I did nothing to him. He did 4 body shots to me.
You have your recon dart, you can shoot it through the...
I give him a comp saying this recon dart is there. And here he is. He gets a head dink, but he does mess it up.
I messed up.
Now, that was my fault. If I didn't try and place a wall, then that would obviously benefit us. Now, it was a good idea, but I wasn't keeping track of my angles as well as I should have, alongside with doing a safe wall. I could have done that behind the other little structure, which if we look here at the top, if we are on B, if I was over here, if I was in this little corridor here making that wall, that would obviously be a lot safer because I would not be able to get shot through this angle, and you cannot shoot through over here if you're there. If you jump, you can shoot, but obviously you're highly inaccurate. So there's a bad wall placement on my end. So here we are going into the next round, and we have me on A. Again, I like to hold A as a sage. It's very nice. You can wall it off very easily. There's really only one way in, or the most common way. Not many people push up through cat. So I do see that there's people on B. I'm starting to rotate over now. All I have is a classic here. I see some people. Man, I hear them. They do have specters. He goes in for a sheriff kill. It works. I'm going to slow peek that, which is not a good peek. I should have freely A and D peek that like I am doing, which is why I'm not shifting. I give a heal to Cypher here, and we're changing up the angle. I'm making lots of noise, which isn't very helpful.
Be careful.
So the Cypher is going to be expected there, but I'm going around the spawn side here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a wall here. Now this altogether is just a dumb play. 1, it's a waste of my wall because I could have saved it till next round because there's no real use to it. Also, my Cypher has now cleared out this top angle, so no one's going to pop out of nowhere. Now, since that is the case, he's cleared that. Like, that's safe. There's no reason for me to wall off this side to try and protect myself from getting shot. And even when I do this wall, it's not enough for me to clear it. So it's just a bad play altogether. And it shouldn't have been done at all. It wastes time, and we can't clutch.
Go for half.
So he's going for a defuse now. I've slower him. I have 6 bullets in my Spectre. I see that. And what I do is I proceed to jump with my classic. As I pull it out, I jump. I should have pulled it out and then jumped instead of doing it at the same time. So since I did that, he's stuck with a sheriff. He's doing jumping sheriff shots, which are very difficult to hit. And he obviously has his own gun, which is a classic pistol, which reloads faster, it shoots faster, and he's and he's standing still. So he's going to hit his shots more. He's on 5 HP. He hit him twice in the body, which is highly unfortunate that he didn't get that full kill. But altogether, ultimately, that was my fault because Cypher had to go do this fight, right? And he took damage. Oh, no, he didn't. Sorry. He didn't take damage, but he had to take that fight, so they know where he is. I hear a shot. What I should have done is I should have gone around, and I should have taken that fight from behind and pinched him on his angle. But yeah, overall, just a bad play from me, not very intelligent, and obviously that's why we're here. We're here to learn. All right, so here we are holding A again. This is my default site that I like to hold. I'm going for a orb here because I want to get my res. And I died. Now, the reason I died there is probably just because of the weapon difference. She had an Ares, I had a Ghost, and she shot, multiple times faster than me. So that's really just kind of a one-and-done deal. I could have waited. I could have walled that orb off. I could have tried to really clear angles there, but it was just unlucky on bad timing. I could have bought there. There were some things that I could have done to avoid it, but overall, it wouldn't really have made a massive difference, even if I got that just one orb.
There is a Reyna on A.
Okay, let's move into the next round. So,
I don't hear anything A again.
okay, so on A, I don't hear anything again.
I'm gonna let you.
So I freely rotate off.
I'm gonna rotate first.
Now, again, peeking this angle is just not a smart move because innately I'm going to be at a disadvantage if someone has a Vandal. So I'm watching up towards Cat, which is a little bit more close, so it's not as risky of a play. I believe I hear kids A, so right here, good crosshair placement as we can see. Unlike the last time where I'm literally aiming at their feet, this time my crosshair is at good level. So when they walk in, my crosshair, they walked into it, you see? They walked into my crosshair, their head right there, and all I had to do was click the trigger, and then they went. Now at this point, I walled. You're probably wondering, why did I wall? Because what happened here is when I killed her, this happened. Spike carrier killed. And that's because I killed someone right as someone else killed someone, and I thought I had Spike. I didn't look to see if I had Spike, but I thought I did because I saw that. So what I proceeded to do was I walled and slow warbed and I waited. Well, meanwhile, the rest of my team is over on B. So that was just a really bad timing thing that happened that confused me. And yes, I should have checked if I really did have bomb. But at the time, I wasn't looking at my mini map. I just saw that and I was like, okay, cool, I'm good. Because the timing was so close. So everyone is dying now, and the Spike is there, and it is currently a 1v2 for him because I'm on A thinking I have bomb.
Thought that I killed the Spike.
But he clutched up and he got the Spike here, so we're all good. Yeah, we're on A again, pushing up for a flank, waiting to see if anyone will peek. Waiting. Spike is down. I should be pushing up here. I shouldn't be waiting. I'm going to grab the orb. This time I do have my ult, which is nice. Right here is a crucial mistake. Even though there's one person left, I did not check my angles to my left or to my right. I just walked by. I also was shift walking, playing passive. I wasn't really doing I wasn't really doing much of a role for my team, which is bad. I should have rotated way faster. I shouldn't have been so careful there. I should have just ran and cleared angle just because it was only one person. And if I did die, I would have the rest of my team to clutch up. All right, so nearing towards the end of this match, it's getting close. It's about 8 and 9. It's been going back and forth a bit. I placed my wall. I'm on top of it right now, holding an off angle, which is really crucial for when this guy is going to go in. He does look up, but he does not get any shots off just because he has to adjust his crosshair from very low. Kurt, can you stop making so much noise? Like I'm streaming. Or I'm not streaming, I'm recording a video. Like it's gonna be in my background noise and I'm trying to do a VOD review. And you're like fucking it up. Please stop. So the crosshair adjustment that they have to do is from very low, like head level, all the way up. So it's just like a big jump. Kurt, you're gonna need to shut up for the next fucking 5 to 10 minutes, okay, bud? But yeah, so it's a big adjustment that he's going to have to make, which is why I was able to cut him off and I didn't take any damage. So at this point, I'd assume that he would give a calm to Reyna, and if not, she would be able to see that I would have been up there. So I didn't want to hold the same predictable angle. So, or not the Reyna, the Brimstone. So the Brimstone peeked out, and he might have tried to check for that angle, but he came out, and I peeked out as well. And then this Sage came in. Now, I tried to throw a slow orb down here, very obviously. And since I tried to throw it on that slow orb, I died because I had my abilities down. Now, that wasn't exactly the smartest slow orb. After killing 2 people, or at least getting rid of Phoenix's ult and killing a person, that made me believe that I was all good. The Sage obviously popped out. I don't have my gun out. And by the time that I pull my gun out, she shot 1 shot. She shot like about she shot like 3 to 4 shots before I even got to take my first 2. And I ended up only hitting 1. So, obviously, the ability used there was intended to be good, but I got caught off guard. The smoke did block me, and I could have tried to make a smarter play by hiding more behind my wall, maybe potentially trying to back up and then use it, but regardless, it could have just been put down to bad timing.
I think there's 2 on it right now.
Okay. So, right now... Oh, that's the rest of the stupid thing. Okay, so again, we are on A, chilling as a Sage. This time, I'm pushing an aggressive, actually checking my angles, making sure to play intelligently, watching my noise as I get close to see if they're on cat. I got a con that they're all B. There is someone who is AFK, so, take a little bit of time, get a little easy pick. At this point, my team is really just taking care of everything. They are annihilating. And now, obviously, the Omen took care of that last kill, as you could see, and basically cleaned up the whole thing before I could even get there. So here I am. It's not really a good idea for me, again, it's a bad idea for me to peek this angle with a Phantom, and also it's bad that I was exposing myself to 2 angles. Someone could have pushed up cat, and someone also could have pushed up into A from either side, and I would have got pinched, and then I would have obviously had to take one out and then have me taken out. So here I am peeking this angle with a Phantom, which is a questionable idea considering a Vandal will just innately be better. Now, luckily, I do get a kill here. I get the Sage who's holding the spike, which is lucky. But I do get shot from the right. I have 2 guys going in. The Omen getting very aggressive and going for that and then getting that kill. So at this point, it's 12-8. Very close to winning. Okay, so here we are on A again, and they have Reyna, who is grabbing that orb, but here I am again running through mid. I should play it a little bit more passive in the way that I'm attempting to help out. Take some shots. Nothing there either. I'm going for a flank
Oh, they're
now.
planting. The psychos.
They are currently planting. My entire team has crushed them on B before I could rotate, which is great. The Sage got a plant, and then she died. And there was a Sage wall on the flank and whatnot, but we just ran in. We got to defuse. Throwing the abilities. I thought that I was on my wall. I was pressing C like a dope. And then we won the game. So I ended up going, I believe, 19 and 10. Somewhere around those. I'll see if I can find something on those stats. But I was probably going around like 19 and like 9, 19, 10, somewhere around there. But I just wanted to do a little bit of VOD review. Hopefully you guys could see where I screwed up, something maybe I didn't cover, and that overall it was just insightful onto how you can improve in your gameplay. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week. So have a good rest of your day.